But we'll see. And then Lindsay, you know what I mean? Lindsay works out of town too, you know what I mean? So it's sometimes we all back each other up. Okay, but when they're not around, you know what I mean? I run the floor for them. And
so on an average night, how many coaches do you have on the floor?
We try to. Everybody here is volunteering, so. We have about 6 coaches. We might have, like tonight, we have 4. Sometimes we might have 6. Sometimes we have 1 or 2.
What do you require of the coaches as far as their boxing knowledge is concerned?
Knowledge-wise, to learn, you know what I mean? Because nobody can ever stop learning the sport, you know what I mean? Nobody can ever know everything, you know what I mean? Even the great ones, the older trainers, they never stop learning, you know what I mean? But to get to know your fighters, you know what I mean? Talk to them, get to know them, get to know what their weaknesses are, what their strong points are, and training, a lot of training, you know what I mean? I incorporate a lot of Marine Corps activities, a lot of workouts, calisthenics and stuff. I incorporated all into our kids' training, and like you've seen at at Little Rock, our kids come to fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even if they lose their decision, you know what I mean? They come to fight. They're not there, to make friends. They're there to actually spar and get a good sparring section there. You know what I mean?
And that's one of the things. Like I probably mentioned to you, but I used to coach Inglewood boxing for like 12 years. And one of the hardest things which I found with young kids is it's all about winning to them, and they can't understand that they can do well and still not win. And I used to have kids, man, I used to tell them, you did great, you did this, you did that. They said, but coach, I still lost, I said, you didn't lose because you learned something,
Exactly.
And it's hard, after they get older, then they'll know that you can't win all the time. Yeah. But then when they're younger, they lose the fight, they have to go to school, they get all this from their kid, you lost again, It's the same with the...
and that's where the coaching has to come into play. I mean, because if we don't know how to mentor our kids, of course, it's gonna leave a scar in the kid's mind. But that's the thing that we talk with our kids. I mean, because no matter what, when you're young, to lose is like the hardest thing. And it's a one-man sport in the ring. You have a backup crew right there in the corner backing you up. But at the end of the day, it's your game. You know what I mean? You're the one in there putting in the work.
I used to tell my fighters all the time, I can be your best friend in the world, but when the bell rings, you go that way and I go this way. You're on your own. That's where it has to be. So what do you have in the gym now? What's some of the promising guys that you have?
We have quite a few kids, you know what I mean? I got a couple of 18 and 19-year-olds. You know what I mean? I got the twins, the Watts. I got.
Oh yeah. I wanted to see them box and talk to them.
Yeah, one of them boxed at Little Rock.
Yeah.
The other kid that didn't make it because he hurt his back. He won the Golden Gloves tournament this year, and he's actually been progressing. Really good at 125. Anywhere between 123, 125 he's been fighting at. He actually fought a kid that was 130 in San Fernando, and outboxed him and made him run around the ring and stuff. So we have quite a few kids, and we have a lot of youngsters, that are trying, and we motivate them. Like Herbie said, it's not going to be for everybody, but you know what? If this gives them, but this, this sport in particular gives kids like the biggest confidence, builder that no other sport has. Because if you can conquer something like this, you can conquer anything that you do in life, whether it's school, a job, just in the world, in society, period. You'll be a leader. It makes leaders, this sport in particular. I played football in high school, I played all 4 years.
You got a teammate, you got timeout, you got this, you got that, but not this sport.
But in this sport, it's all one, it's all you, and when you have that confidence, and you can leave and go somewhere and have your head up high and have that confidence to do anything, it's 100% right there.
And I think the training itself is enough to humble the average kid. Because there are a lot of kids who think they're in shape. And then they get here and find out what a boxer has to do.
It's a big difference. You could have the biggest muscles and everything, and it wouldn't matter, because it's not about muscle. It's about technique and knowing what you're doing and having the confidence to go out there and do it.
That's right. Okay, you know what? Sometimes we do things a little differently here. When we go to the different gyms, we like to have the coaches sit down and talk to the kids and do a little interview because they know the kids, would you be willing to do something like that?
Sure. However you want to do it.
Okay, why don't you grab a couple of them and come in here, and I'll let you guys sit down and take over.
Okay, sir.
All right, that'll be very interesting.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks again for the shirt.
All right, sir.
All right, so Louis is going to be down in about 5 minutes. And Louis going to play Donald Ray in about 5 minutes. He's going to get a couple of kids to bring out to us, and we're going to let Louis take over for a second. So the dad will be back to you, Steve, in about 10 seconds. Folks, this is Donald Ray Dinkins with YSBN, and we're at the AV Boxing Gym in Palmdale, California, and I'm sitting here with 2 young boxers representing the gym. To my right is Gabriel Rojas. How are you, Gabe? Good. Good to meet you, young man. And to my left, we have Jesse Diaz. How are you, young man? Okay. First of all, you guys are not mad because I broke up your training, right? No. Oh, okay. You don't mind a little break now and then? All right. Tell me a little bit about yourself, Gabe. How you got first started in the gym, and the progress that you've made, and just your life in the gym.
Well, when I was smaller, I told my dad why he put me into boxing, and then he was like, "That's a good idea." And then he was like, so he put me into boxing, and when I first tried out, I was already good. And then my dad was like, some people are meant to be boxers. And then and he told me that.
How old were you then?
I was 9 when I started.
9? Oh, okay.
9 years old, and now I'm 12, and now I'm gonna keep going.
Okay. Well, what gave you the initiative though at 9 years old? I mean, that's kind of young. What made you know that you could be a good boxer? What had you done?
I don't know, because I just told my dad just to put me into boxing, because before that, because my dad loved boxing when he was a kid.
Okay.
He really loved it, and I told him, maybe do you think if I can try out boxing? He was like, sure, if you want to, if you really want to. And I told him yes, and so I tried it, and then I got
you liked it right away?
Yeah.
Okay. What was one of the things that you did like about it, or some of the things that you did like about it?
Sparring.
How long were you in the gym before you had your first sparring session?
About 2 weeks.
Oh, really? Well, there's a natural talent. Like they say, people are born to do certain things, and so it sounds like that. You know, that's probably what you were too, like Julio Chavez or somebody. And how long were you in the gym before you had your first competitive match?
I don't know. It was like 2 months ago.
Oh, yeah? Okay. But by the end of the 2 months, were you really looking forward to getting up there and winning the trophy?
Yeah.
And where was your first match take? Where did it take place?
At Little Rock.
Oh, okay. Not this past Sunday though. Oh, okay. So how many fights have you had to this point?
Now I have 4 fights.
Really? So you guys travel pretty much everywhere for a fight tonight, because I know they don't have a whole lot of them up here.
Yeah.
You go down to Eddie Hill.
Go down there.
Oh, really? You just box on the Inglewood boxing show?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Alright, that's why I used to coach. Yeah. So what class do you fight at? What weight?
95.
95? And what's been your biggest accomplishment so far? How many tournaments or how many
The silver gloves.
Oh, silver gloves? Where do they hold the silver gloves this time? I know they used to have in Arizona years ago.
But the fight, I don't know, but like the finals is in Kansas, and probably like in a district state region, it's probably gonna be a big one.
Now, do you notice is there any more tension involved in, say, the tournaments as opposed to just a regular show? I mean, I know there's more people hollering from different gyms and all that. Does that affect you in any way?
No.
How do you just block it all? You're a special guy. How do you block it all out?
I just use my vision.
Yeah. And so does your coach have to, it sounds like your coach doesn't have to tell you to calm down or stay cool in the corner?
Well, the only thing he always tells me is to listen to me. Just listen to me and you'll do good. So every time I fight, he tells me that I can calm.
Yeah, have you ever had a situation when you're out there and when you want to box, I imagine if you're a good boxer with style and stuff like that, you get in there with a guy who's wild, a street fighter, those kind of guys are the hardest kind of people to fight.
If they can catch you.
Are you moving like Oh, okay. Did you see Chris Savelos fight with Chris Martin? You box like Martin? He's pretty slick.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've had 40 bouts up to this point, and let me see. I'm trying to think of what was your toughest fight?